So, you know, all of you, and please stop me if I am going too fast. If you get lost, the easy way to start is to go to the home view at the bottom right hand of my screen. So that'll take you back to that home view. All right, pretty easy now. So if we go to the issue tracker,
Hey, Carlos, when you hit the home screen, does that also make it solid, or does it keep it transparent if you're in a transparent mode? Or
so when you hit home view, it is actually using these appearance template that I call GSA coordination colors. And the way I've set up that appearance template is that all of the walls, all of the ceilings, and the floors are transparent. Just so if we're walking around, you can see what's above, and you know it's also very usable in the field.
Now, I notice when I'm making changes and stuff, with the floor being transparent, it makes it also very difficult because a lot of those FP symbols and all the other stuff lead up from the floors below. Is there a way within that we could make that solid, or do you have one already saved that's solid? That
I don't have it. I could do it. If not, you can go in here. So if you click on the bucket, this is called the appearance profiler. You can go in here and just say, eliminate this condition that says floor transparent. And if you apply it, now the floors are not transparent. I don't know if you just saw that. Now the floors are not transparent.
Yeah, I just noticed that it's a little hard to work when you're working like on a third floor and all the other floors are sort of bleeding through.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to have something that we can all work, but I'm sure, you know, you all have your methods. So again, if you use GSA coordination colors, you apply it with this activate, that's my setting where walls are transparent. That's in the appearance templates, which is this button here. If you want to modify something, go to the bucket itself and just eliminate what you don't like. Like, oh, I don't like walls transparent, I don't like ceilings transparent, and I don't like floors transparent. And then you can just apply it.
Does that affect it permanently, or does that affect it just in that session?
Just in your session, yeah. And if you want to go back to the old way, which I had it, you go into the profiler and you just click here. And we can create more profiles, guys. This is just the way I think works for most people. We can create different profiles. I have no issues with that.
Can we copy those?
Yeah, you can right click on it.
Export it, okay.
No, yeah, you can export it, or just, let's say if that's the one you like, and let's say you just remove the interior walls, you can right click here, save it, and save it as a new appearance template. And that can be your appearance template.
That way, once you make the changes, you have them saved.
Yeah, so you can always apply it in any view, in any moment. You can apply your own appearance template. Yep. Please don't update the GSA coordination colors. You guys have the ability to do that, but I like to keep that one as that view that we also use in the field, and it has colors based on the color standards that I've set up. So just don't update that one. Create a new one if you want. All right, so I'm going to go into the issue tracker, which I guess is where most people see their things. So if the issue tracker only shows like this, just a list here, do me a favor and click on the info, click on the chat, and click on the filter. So that will open all of the options that are available. The filter is the one that is most left. So I already have some presets, right? One is current issues, which is all of the issues that are open. You should have another one that is called My Open Issues that should work and show you your open issues only. Solved items is more for us, because we gotta go in and close them and verify that they're indeed not an issue anymore. But any of you can create a preset or I'm happy to create one for you. I do have one that this is major, critical, and blocker. That way we can maybe slim down sometimes and prioritize properly. But you can also click here and create your custom filter. So if I wanted to have like priority status, and you know what, I'm going to use building one. Remember, we're using zones. I can also click here, zone building one. So right now, this is showing me any blocker, critical, and major that are open or in progress and that are in building one. So we have 64 items. And I could save that as a preset, like building one, major items. I don't know. We can always do that. You guys are also able to create your own presets. I'm going to click on one issue. So let's say this one. Right. So there's various ways to visualize the issue. And we're going to use all of the options that are on your left-hand side. So one is the map, 2D, 3D, and the annotation view. So this is the annotation view, which is the same one that is saved here in kind of the history of it. If you click on the map view, it's going to show you an overhead view of the location. Of course, this has a section, so it's tough to know where it is. And I recommend that you go in and click on the toggle section button, which is at the bottom of the screen. That's scissors. If I uncheck it, it's going to remove the section of it. So now you are able to zoom out and zoom in to better understand where the problem is. So this one is definitely on building one, right? Any questions on that one? Okay. The second one is going to be, oh, by the way, there's options up here. So you can turn rooms on and off. You can turn grids on and off. Of course, we have no grids in this building, so it is not as easy. And then you can do eye level offset. So this one doesn't work as well here. The next one is going to be 2D. Basically, I can show you where the issue is in any 2D plan. So by default, it's going to load whatever. But if you click on the ellipses here, like these three lines, you can change the sheet to something that helps you out. So I'm going to pick building one, level 2 plan. And it is going to show me the location of the issue in a drawing. So you could zoom out and you see how it's pulsating. That's the current issue we have highlighted. And then, of course, it's 3D view. So you can actually open the 3D view. So you can move around and you can use any of the tools at the bottom to change the way it looks. So if I click on this one, this is kind of normal mode or clash mode, showing me the items that are clashing in green and in red. I can also tell it to show me everything. So even if we hit some things, this is going to show everything. The next one is going to be isolated in transparency. So just to make sure that it is transparent, I show all of the items. And the last one is going to be, and that's this one down here. You're going to isolate the clash. So it's only going to show you element A and element B that are clashing. And you can.
What was that?
Go ahead.
What was that you activated that?
That's down here
one,
at the bottom, isolate
one.
clash.
Okay. Huh.
So you can then move around however you like. You can eliminate this section as well. So if I toggle this section off, now the entire building shows. I personally think the map view is the one that is the most useful as far as knowing where the issue is. And the last one is just the view that got preset. There's of course also metadata here in the information, the area, the building, the room, and all of that stuff. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never noticed those things at the bottom.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. There's another way of visualizing all the clashes. So let me turn all of these off.
Is there a way
So-
to turn off those boxes off and on?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say we have level 1. And I'm assuming when you say the boxes is this one, the issues themselves?
Yeah, because a lot of times the issue's under that, and no matter how I zoom,
Sure.
I can't see what the issue is.
Okay, down here, bottom right, there's an option that says toggle issue pins or Control P. If I
Gotcha.
click on it, they're gone.
Okay. Yeah, but sometimes they just come on, and I don't know how I got it to come on, and then I can't necessarily see it.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, the issues that will appear, like the squares, are going to be based on whatever you have selected here. So if I say current issues, which instead of 64 now it's 284, a lot more of those are going to appear. But if I, let's say, go into the issue tracker, and I just say my open issues, which I have only one, then nothing shows up because I'm only visualizing my open issues. And now, one thing, if you're here in 3D, because I use the viewpoint that I've created, if you go into the map view, and let me go back to current issues, current, just to show everything. If you go into the map view, I use it all the time. You click M. It is also going to show you in plan view where all of those issues are. You can do a combination of like, you know what, I'm going to use a drawing. I want to do an overlay of this drawing. I'm going to set it up at the elevation that I like. Let's say you're trying to coordinate or for plumbing, right? If we're going to land in a shower or something, or I'm doing verification of the truss location, I use the unit above or the drawing of the floor above. And then I can go to this map view and see what's below with the drawing for the unit above or the units, apartments, whatever the space is. So you can also do a combination of things to visualize all of the issues. Does that help you all? I don't know if you were trying to follow what I was doing and pushing all the buttons at the same time so you can all see your issues.
About me.
Can you show how you get that 2D drawing to show up when you were just on the map view?
Oh, sure. So go to 2D. So
you
2D,
click on 2D?
yeah, go to the drawing you need to use. So let's say we're
And
coordinating.
then you just choose the drawing you want to see.
Yes. So let's say I do building 1. I'm going to go to level 2. If you see this green box down here at the bottom left, that means there's a 3D overlay. So if you click it, it'll overlay the drawing on top of the model.
Oh, and you got your section cut plane and it works right on it. Okay.
Right. So you can move it up and down. You can also, you see this option at the top that says sheet attached. If I can detach the sheet and actually raise the model too. So now the sheet stays below where the section cut is. So it's up to you, whatever you think is going to be useful for what you're doing.
Yeah, I like that.
It is so useful. So once you're done with this, you're going to click on the X, top right hand, and that will stay there in that 3D view.
Oh, so that basically that 3D view, the 2D takes you to the 3D with the sheet on it.
Yes. So then I can just click map right over here. And then because you already having the 3D, that overlay is just going to show in the map Map, the only thing that it does is just showing you an aerial view. That's all. Of whatever you have in 2D. Guys, are you aware of the switchback feature? So let me open. I'm gonna have to open 2 screens though, but this should work.
Pulls it into your the software that you're using to publish.
Right. So I think days. I know you use Navisworks very heavily. I don't know if you're using that switchback feature.
Yes, I do. But yeah, your Navisworks has to be linked to the Revizto model.
Yeah. So that's what I'm curious if it's working for you or not.
It is. It is. As long as I have it linked, it's working well.
Okay, sounds good. So if you are, does anybody else need this? And what it does is that it takes you back to the location in your authoring software that you used to upload the model to Revizto and cuts a section in that place so you can make any changes. So since I uploaded trusses, and of course Navisworks takes forever to open. So this is building 7. So let me try to find an issue in building 7. If I go to Navis, no, just which one is building 7? Isn't it
That
here?
one.
Cool. So I can click here. Let's say I'll do a section cut. New box. I don't know. I think there's a problem here. So let's say we found it. I don't have an issue there. But if I right click on this and I say switch back, it is not connected right now. Oh, why is that?
The link. Oh yeah.
I ordered like some blades.
Okay, so we'll go. This should work. Yeah, there it is. So I should be able to right click, switch back to Navisworks.
And it should be just like you're looking at it right now.
Yep, right there. So that way in your auth, it works with Navisworks, it works with Revit, with anything. So that way you can kind of switch back and forth and it's like, oh yeah, I needed to move that pipe, whatever. And then you can execute in the field.
It even takes the clip box.
Yes.
And transparency.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
Maybe the last thing I want to show you guys, are you aware of the move temporary feature? Because sometimes I know it's a challenge to measure how much do I need to move or not. If you right click on an object, and I'm going to click this, hide the ceiling. Let's say this is below the ceiling. By the way, Brian, why is this below the ceiling?
Because that's not Brian. Is that Brian's? I hope it's not Brian's. Is that mine? Son of a bitch.
So let's
Can
say
you
I'm
show-
trying to.
I don't know, but it's not conflicting with anything, so it's out in the open. They'll paint it the same color of the ceiling. It'll be an architectural feature.
So let's say I'm trying to move it and understand how much I need to move. I can right click on the object, move temporarily, and I can just, move it up. And, I can use that data to go into my authoring software and make it work.
That's actually what we did for a lot of ours is we'd be able to use the move temporarily to get a dimension that seemed to work. And then we would just use the switchback to fire back into Revit and then just move the item by the amount that we identified using the move temporarily feature.
Yeah, I wish this building wasn't rotated. So that way, when you move it horizontally, it's not like this weird value, but it's rotated.
That was a beginning mistake.
Yes.
The only thing is, isn't there? It would be nice if Revizto did have like alternate origins that you could toggle between, because not every building is a perfect 90 degree, even when they do build it.
I'm gonna send that ticket to them right now.
Hey, Carlos, can you do the move command again?
Sure.
See how
So
you
I'm
do
going to
it.
select actually one of your pipes, right? So I will click the pipe, right click on it, and there's an option that says move objects temporarily.
Gotcha.
So then the gizmos show. You can, you're familiar with Navisworks. If you select the arrow, it's just going to move it
Yep.
in that direction. If you select the plane, it's going to move it in that plane.
Okay.
And then that'll save actually temporarily there. So it shows you what we moved. And if you don't want it anymore, you just you left click on this one at the bottom that says show high temporary moves.
Hmm.
And then it goes back or shows up.